Namaskar, Shubh Sandhya, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the investor meet of Gabion Technologies India Limited. I am Ruchika Shah from EquiBridgeX, and it's truly a pleasure to be your host today. Gabion Technologies India Limited, headquartered in New Delhi, is a geoengineering company known for its in-house design capability and executes manufacturing and installation of gabions, rockfall protection systems, and geosynthetics for infrastructure and environmental protection projects. And now, before we dive into details, here is a beautiful AV capturing journey and business. Let's take a look.
The challenge of landslides greatly affects railway safety and operations, particularly in regions like the Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, and the Himalayan foothills. The number of accidents linked to landslides in railways varies annually due to factors such as weather, geology, and mitigation measures. Indian Railways consistently takes measures to assess and mitigate landslide risks, employing protection works, inspections, and enhanced monitoring systems. Hill cutting, a common practice for laying tracks, increases landslide risks, especially during heavy rainfall or seismic activity. Implementing protection measures such as gabion retaining walls, anchor mesh systems, and drainage helps mitigate these risks, ensuring the safety of railway infrastructure and personnel. GTI, in collaboration with Indian Railways, contributed to 7 projects on the Southwestern Railway in 2023. This video focuses on 2 significant projects. 1. Kadur-Chikmagalur section. In this area, vulnerable cuttings lacked protection, posing risks to railway operations. GTI conducted surveys and designed a slope protection system using high tensile strength GTI rope net, DT mesh netting, and solid anchors for stabilization. GTI rope net is high tensile strength rockfall netting having high absorption capacity and can hold large boulders. Netting of DT mesh size 60 by 80 mm was used for catching small boulders, and solid anchors were used for slope stabilization. GTI rope net opening size of 450 by 600 mm and wire dia 9 mm. GTI DT mesh netting 6 by 8 mm. GTI solid anchors. 2. Shiwadi Topur section. Following a derailment incident due to boulder falls, Indian Railways sought to mitigate landslide risks. GTI provided a specialized design solution, including GTI rocknet and strongnet, along with the diagonal ropes and self-drilling anchors. GTI rocknet is tensile strength netting having very high absorption capacity and can hold back large boulders. GTI strongnet, which is manufactured by combining steel wire rope with DT mesh netting, which has high tensile strength and punch strength with no deformation. In addition to this, diagonal ropes were tied. SDA is used for slope stabilization. GTI rocknet, opening size 300 by 300 mm, wire dia 10 mm. GTI strongnet, 12 mm rope diagonal. GTI SDA 32 mm. The efforts of GTI in collaboration with Indian Railways have been highly appreciated by railway authorities. Through meticulous inspections and implementation of effective protection works, GTI has played a vital role in minimizing the impact of landslides on railway operations and safety. These initiatives have garnered recognition for maintaining the integrity of the railway network and ensuring uninterrupted transportation services for passengers and communities across India. Gabion Technologies India, your geosynthetic solutions partner.
Thank you. Uh, Gabion Technologies is niche, engineering driven, execution focused, accredited, growing, and internationally scalable. And with this, I present to you Mr. Madhusudan Sarda, promoter, chairman, and managing director of Gabion.
Thank you, Ruchika, for the wonderful introduction. And
Thank
I
you.
would like to start with the presentation of the company. Before that, I would like to say a few things about myself. I am a graduate from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the USA, and graduated in the year of 2000. And since then, I have been in work. So it's been more than 25 years now, and I've worked in various kinds of industries and various capacities. And in 2008, I started this venture, Gabion Technologies, and we uh, have been in this field and growing steadily. And we look forward to a much larger role in the development of infrastructure and related services.
Thank you very much, sir. Before we begin with the presentation, I would like to introduce other members on the panel. We have Mr. Deepak Kumar, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Harsh from GTI, Ms. Jyoti Pugalia, Merchant Banker, GYR Capital Advisors.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you. So here's how today's session will flow. We'll begin with a short introduction and presentation by the senior leadership of Gabion Technologies. This will be followed by an interactive question and answer session where our leaders look forward to engaging with your questions. थैंक यू वंस अगेन फॉर जॉइनिंग अस। अब मैं श्री मधुसूदन जी को डिस्कशन की शानदार शुरुआत करने के लिए इनवाइट करती हूँ।
Thank you. So, Gabion Technologies is in the field of geotechnical engineering in the supply, and construction of protection structures for infrastructure like roads, railways, airports, and flood control from rivers, etc. We have been in business since 2008, and steadily our company has been growing and meeting new milestones, reaching new milestones. And we are a team of three directors in our company: myself, Mrs. Urvashi Sarda, and Ms. Priyanandini Sarda. And our key independent directors are Mr. Rajagopal, who is a retired professor from IIT Chennai. He has been a very well renowned name in the field of geotechnical engineering in India. And after his retirement, he agreed to join our company as a board and guide us through our journey. And Mr. Yumnam Jokumar Singh, he is a retired chief engineer from Public Works Department in Manipur. We had a lot of interactions when our project was going on in Manipur in his department. And after he has retired from his government job, he has agreed to join our company and be a guiding light for us. Through having started with the manufacturing of gabions, and then added uh, rockfall protection and slope stabilization products. Then we have started executing projects ourselves. And finally, when the time was right, we converted ourselves into a limited company and filed for SME IPO. Our footprint is spread across the country with our presence in 29 states. We have executed projects and supplied to customers in 29 states, and we look forward to continue with our wide coverage all over the country. And outside the country, we have two subsidiaries. Our Nepal subsidiary is manufacturing gabions and exporting to our company in India, where we then sell the product to our customers. So the Nepal factory is functioning like an additional capacity to our capacity in India. In Bangladesh, we do not have any manufacturing capacity, but our business is of providing services by executing projects. Our journey of doing construction projects started with small size project of 2 to 3 crores, 2 crores, 3 crores, 5 crores, and over the years our project sizes have grown. And in 24-25 we have completed 17 crore projects, project uh, single project. And recently we have been approved by National High Speed Rail for supply of our products to the bullet train, prestigious bullet train project, which will be a key infrastructure in the coming years for the country. In our business, we our major turnover is coming from the manufacturing and supply of product, which stands around 60%, and the services and the projects we execute, that brings around 40% of revenue, and our trading and distribution brings about 5% of the revenue. We have a wide portfolio of projects that we make. We are producing almost every steel product in geosynthetics. Most of the products are produced using the double twist weaving technology, and we also have some plastic products and some composite products in our portfolio. And in our services, we do almost all types of protection structures like anchor mesh system, anchored gabion fascia walls, and we do high embankments like gabion fascia, geogrid reinforced earth walls, and sloping fascia walls. So these all these technologies use geosynthetics and locally available boulders and soil, and they reduce the usage of concrete and provide for a more sustainable and green infrastructure. Uh, Apart from our manufactured products, we cover almost every type of geosynthetics that are available in the market by and cater them to our customers uh, whenever they require any of these allied products. We are always there to supply to them. I would like to show some pictures of our projects. On the left side is a rockfall protection project on an expressway. On the right side is an erosion control project in a hilly region. On the left side here is a gabion fascia geogrid reinforced earth wall to build a high embankment on a deep valley so that a road can be built on the top. On the right side is a geomembrane ash pond lining to prevent the leachate from going into the soil, and also for the water to be drained out and filtered and recycled. This is in a mining industry. Here on the left side is a project in Kargil where a structure is being built using a shored MSE wall technology, so that a very small strip of base can be used to build a high structure, and a road can go over, road can pass over that. And on the right side is an electric tower which would have fallen had our structure not held it back. Our government projects revenue is steadily increasing over the years, and as we are able to win more and more direct awards from government, we are our contribution of the government side of our business is going to contribute more. Our total income has been growing steadily at a CAGR of 19% over the last 3 years, and our EBITDA margin and PAT margin are growing year on year, owing to the economies of scale that we are getting, as well as the efficiencies we are getting through our experiences and our application of better technologies in our work. Our asset base is also increasing, and we have almost 100 crore of asset at this time, and it will help us in our growth story future in the future. Now I'd like to hand over to Jyoti from GYR to for the issue overview.
Hello everyone. So the issue highlights of the company is issue size is up to 36 lakh equity shares, having face value of rupees 10 and price is up 76 to 81. The lot size of the issue will be 1600 equity shares. Now the portion of the issue is for anchor it is up to 10 lakh 22,400 in equity shares. For QIB is up to 17 lakh 5,600 in equity share. For NII, it's minimum 5 lakh 13,600 in equity share. And for retail, it is minimum 12 lakh equity share. For market maker, it is up to 1 lakh 80,800 equity share. Our issue will be open on January 6, 2026 and will be closed on January 8, 2026. The pre-issue equity shares are 99 lakh 75,360 equity shares. And after the issue, post-issue equity share will be 1 crore 35 lakh 75,360 equity shares. Our 100% is holding by promoter and promoter group of the company. Now I'd like to hand over to Madhusudan sir for the next part.
The object of our issue is working capital of up to 22 crores and capital expenditure of up to 1 crores 5 lakh rupees. These are our issue intermediaries. And our investment is we are inviting investment from our new shareholders because we have a pan-India reach, and we are doing our business is growing in a lot of states of the country, and we are a one-stop solution, doing the starting right from the design of a structure to the supply and execution and completion of project. And everything is done in-house by our team. We have a highly qualified team of professionals in our company, and our capabilities are increasing day by day. Now, thank you so much for listening to me, and I would hand it back to Ruchika.
Thank you very much. Uh, Thank you for the wonderful insights. अब हम क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर सेशन की ओर बढ़ते हैं. If you'd like to ask any questions, please post them in the chat box and we'll take them up shortly. Let's make this an interactive and insightful session. Sir, our first question is there any seasonality in the business? I ask because in earlier call you mentioned revenue target of 120 CR. Is H2 more heavy?
Yes, there is a seasonality in the business because in H1 we have the monsoon season where the construction work is slowed. So our H2 is typically much heavier than H1. So that's why there is a skew in the figure of November.
Thank you, sir. Next up is What is the current order pipeline? What will be the closing order book for FY26?
Current projects order pipeline is 170 crores, and out of this, we will be executing 40 to 45 crores in this financial year. So at the end of the financial year, the current existing order book will have a 125 crores remaining portion to be executed in FY27.
Thank you, sir. We have a question. What milestones should investors track in the first year after listing?
Jyoti, can you answer this question, please?
Yeah, sir. So for the milestone, investor can track like company is now expanding their business. They have like the object company have an object like purchase a new machinery for the Himachal Pradesh, and for the order book we have around 17 like something order book. So for our revenue based and according to our revenue according to our order book and the previous figures, so the orders revenue will be at a good stage.
Thank you. Uh, Sir, what is the margin in all three verticals, respectively?
So the margins in our services business is typically around 20%, and then in our manufacturing it is around 5%, and in our trading business it is around 3%. So these are the margin profiles.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, kindly post your questions in the chat box and we'll be happy to take them up. We have another question from Mr. Darshan. What is the reason for raising IPO?
The reason is because we want public participation in our business. We want to the public to be involved in our business because our business is about public infrastructure, and we and also our growth story. We want to script a growth story which is spanning, uh, which will become a very high business in the future. So we want the support of public for that. That is why we are going for IPO.
Thank you, sir. Sir, will IPO money directly help increase sales or profit?
The IPO money will definitely increase the revenue of the company, help increase the revenue because it is going to be channeled into the working capital. And with the revenue, the profits of the company will grow. So it will affect both the revenue and the profit of the company.
Thank you, sir. What is the working capital requirement for our business?
The working capital requirement is around 30 to 35 crore for a 100 crore turnover. Uh, and as we gain economies of scale, this number is likely to decrease.
Thank you, sir. By order pipeline, I meant how many new orders have we bid for or will bid in any for next months? This question is from Ms. Nishita Sanklesha.
We have bid we have bid for currently the tenders that we have bid, but which have not the results have not been declared yet, would amount up to 100 crores. And again, in the next months, because a lot of tenders are being uh, floated by the authorities, we are going to be bidding many more tenders. Uh, so there is a lot of scope for bidding of tenders.
Thank you, sir. Can you comment on our payments receivable and Is it milestone based? Do we receive any
The
advance in
payments,
our business?
yeah, we do not receive any advance because the government projects do not allow advances in the uh, types of projects that we are executing, and even the private projects that we are doing, they typically will require a bank guarantee for if any advance is required. So that again is involvement of our limits. So we tend not to take any advance for even the private projects. And yes, the payments are milestone based. We have to be able to complete certain sections of the project before we are become eligible for the payment.
Thank you, sir. Sir, any reason why revenue from Ladakh went down so aggressively? What could be the reason for increase in revenue from Odisha?
The Ladakh revenue went down because a lot of road projects that were going on last year have now come into the completion phase, and new projects have not yet uh, become not yet they have started, but they have not come to the stage where our materials will be required. So that is a reason why the Ladakh can be seen as a decrease in our business in Ladakh. Similarly, in Odisha, there is a expressway being built from Raipur to Vishakhapatnam, which is a main source of our business there. So, wherever the projects are new projects start, there our business goes up.
Thank you, sir. What? How will the IPO improve scale, brand visibility, and market reach?
The IPO proceeds will be channeled into the working capital of the company. And as we already have a healthy order book, our business will be get a very good kick, and our scale will increase. And the brand visibility will definitely will be able to acquire uh, highly qualified, more qualified talent because of the IPO and the visibility that it will provide us. And the market reach also will increase because everybody will have a good um, will our credibility in the market will grow. So all three of your the points that you have raised, it will the IPO will help in all three things.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one question which everyone has, and out of curiosity, how did you discover the niche of Gabion and geoengineering solutions back in 2008? And what is your inspiration behind starting Gabion Technologies India Limited as an entrepreneur?
Oh, thank you for this question. I mean, see, from my childhood years, I have been interested in uh, looking at the infrastructure of different kinds of different countries in the world, and I have been tracking how different technologies are being used in different countries around the world. And I found out that there is this technology of gabions which is not yet being used in India. So that is my inspiration how we came up with this product. Although we had the raw materials which are being readily available, but the technology is not there. So that's how that inspiration came, and that this business of Gabion Technologies started.
Thank you, sir. Very inspiring. Sir, can you comment on our working capital cycle?
The working capital cycle has can be seen to be increased over the past few years because we have now started executing projects lot more as a percentage of higher percentage of our business, and the payment cycle of projects is typically higher than that of pure supply. That's why our working capital cycle has increased.
Thank you. Sir, what is our attrition rate and please comment on our workforce, permanent and contractual.
We have around 170 people in our permanent payroll, and we do not have any contractual employees because uh, we nurture the skills of our people, so we do not intend to let them go. And the attrition is high because the industry is a high growth industry, and a lot of jostling for talent happens. uh, and yes, it is a challenge to find new people, but this is one of the goals of our IPO, is to attract talent from the industry in to come into our company.
Thank you, sir. For the bullet train project, you mentioned we have been approved as a supplier. So what exactly will we supply?
So we will supply our products like Gabion boxes. uh, s- so that is the major item of supply at this time. And after a rigorous process, the High Speed Rail Corporation has approved our product. So it is a good milestone for us because we are the only approved supplier as of now.
Thank you, sir. That's wonderful. How should investors take a look at companies' PE and future growth? Can you also comment on the present pre and post IPO PE?
Jyoti, would you like to take this question?
Yeah. So P is, on the basis of March 25, P will be stands on 16.61.
Thank you. And pre IPO?
Pre-IPO PE is 12.
Thank you, sir. Sir, how fast do we expect to grow after receiving the IPO funds?
Uh, we expect a good rate of growth. Uh, we have a 20 to 25% growth projection. So that is our expectation.
Thank you. Sir, when we take up a project, what is our general execution timeline?
General execution timeline will average. We can say an average of 1 year is required. Sometimes some projects will take more than 1 year, maybe up to 2 years, and some small projects will finish in 6 months. So an average of 1 year is uh, what can be expected.
Thank you, sir. Uh, some of our products have been selected by railway. Can you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, in even in railways, we have been talking about specifically the bullet train, the high speed rail network, which is uh, something which is beyond the next level of service from coming up from the railways. Uh, because currently our speeds of railways are up to around 100 kilometers per hour, but this new bullet train that the railway high speed rail corporation is building, it will go at 300 kilometers. So it's a paradigm shift for the railways. That's why we have specified that our the approval of our recent approval of our project for the bullet train project.
Thank you. Sir, what products and expected order from this?
The approval is for our primary product, the Gabion boxes, and so we will be getting orders for the Gabion boxes, and the Gabion structures that will be built in the project will be using our manufactured product.
Thank you, sir. Uh, sir, what steps are we taking to increase our services business as that vertical has a very good margin?
Yes, we are aggressively bidding a lot of projects. But before that, we are consolidating our own capabilities. We are increasing our efficiency. We are building our asset base. So overall, we are building the strength in our company. And as a lot of business is already being floated, once we aim to capture more and more market using the strengths that we develop.
Thank you, sir. One universal doubt that everyone has: what is everyone wants to understand the application of our products and services, and is it limited to hilly regions only?
No, it is used in hilly regions as well as near water bodies, and also it is used in conventional applications like boundary walls, etc., also where boulders are available for cheap. So in effect, it is used all over the country. So there is no limitation that it can be used only in the hilly regions.
Thank you, sir. What kind of revenue split do you see between all three verticals in medium term?
And the medium term, I see approximately equal revenue from manufacturing and the services part, and our trading part to remain constant as a percent. But then, because our overall revenue growth will be there, so that the absolute figure of the trading will also grow.
Thank you. Sir, would you like to walk us through one difficult project or where the site conditions or client expectations were stacked against you? Uh, and what shaped Gabion's culture and way of executing work today?
That's a very deep question. But yeah, I would like to state our project in Manipur, where we faced many challenges, including insurgency. Uh, but then we were able to uh, work around the problems and work with our customer and the authorities to find out how to execute the work and maintain the quality in adverse circumstances, and also where necessary design modifications uh, were implemented in cooperation with the authorities, and finally we were able to complete the project. So that was a very steep learning curve for us, and the key takeaway for us was how we all have to work as a team. Us, whether we are the uh, customer or the service provider or the authority who owns the project, everybody's teamwork is what is essential. So that is the message we took out of that experience.
Thank you, sir. Quite motivational. What kind of market opportunities are you looking for in overall market in the next 2 3 years?
From the manufacturing standpoint, we are covering a lot of steel products, but the geosynthetic under the umbrella of geosynthetics, there are steel products as well as plastic products as well as composites of both steel and plastic. So plastic products are a big sector where we can enter, we want to enter and grow our manufacturing business. And in terms of and the service business, we want to become uh, currently we are building only the specialized structures, but with that, along with that, we want to take up whole infrastructure projects, like let's say a full stretch of road. We want to be able to win the award and execute a full stretch of road or a full stretch of railway. So our that is our medium term expectation from our services business.
Thank you, sir. Can you please give guidance on FY 26 and 27 revenue, EBITDA margins, and
Yeah, we have as I said, we have a projection of 20 to 25% increment in FY26, and similarly around 30 to 35% increment in FY27. And our EBITDA and PAT also, we expect an increment of 1 percentage point to 1.5 percentage points.
Thank you. What risks do we face from raw material sourcing side? Since margins are low on the product side, can we pass on the prices in case raw material prices move against us?
In the raw material sourcing side, we don't expect many challenges going ahead, because the capacities, the many capacities which are growing in the market, and so the raw material sourcing side is not expected to be a challenge. Uh, yes, there is a volatility in the raw material price, and it is difficult to pass on immediately to the customer, because that's why we have to build a cushion while pricing. However, uh, because the demand also can increase very quickly for our product, so we are able to increase the price to maintain a good margin.
Thank you, sir. Since already 3 months have passed of half two has passed by without giving any numbers, could you share how it has been compared to H1?
Yes, compared to H1, we have been doing roughly 1.5 times of the business as was expected in the due to the skewed seasonality, due to the seasonality of the business, because all the monsoon extent was extended in H1, and also the festivals were there. So after the completion of the monsoon and the festival season, the business picks up a lot of speed.
Thank you, sir. Sir, how much is the order book, government versus private sector? Can you please comment on that?
Um, Currently, the order book is around uh, 35% of government and 65% of private.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, these are the questions from our side, from our participants' end. I'd like to thank everyone for joining. This concludes our session. We sincerely appreciate the management team for sharing their valuable insights, and we thank each one of you for your time and continued confidence in Gabion Technologies India Limited. I now invite the management to share their closing remarks.
Thank you once again to all our supporting organizations, supporting team, as well as all the questions that were asked, and all the audience who is listening. And we'd like to invite you all to become part of this company, as because our business is about making the infrastructure of the company sustainable, protecting the infrastructure as well as the public who is using the infrastructure, and as well as being able to use new technologies, previously non-conventional technologies, uh, to facilitate the construction of infrastructure in remote regions of the country. So it is a very challenging and very interesting and very useful industry, and it affects the public in a very large way. And we expect high level of participation, and we invite the public to join us in our journey. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Thank you for making this world a better place. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.